Hello everyone, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have subscribed before and you're just joining again, thank you for joining. Okay, so the story I'm about to share is the story of the Ooni of Ife, Oba ADEYEYE ENITAN OGUNWUSI, and his visit to the celestial city Imeko that causes opera. Okay, so Ooni of Ife went on a 6.5 hours journey to Imeko, the celestial city, and it causes opera. The cause of the opera is because it was asked to read a Bible lesson. Now, if you've been a member of the White Garment Church before, or if you visit before, you will know that they usually give some kind of Bible reading to people for them to read. Sometimes it could be members, sometimes it could be visitors. However, different churches follow different rules and doctrines. Okay, so in this case, there was a bit of opera because Ooni was asked to read the first lesson. Now, I could see that there's scanty information online about this, so I thought to share it for the purpose of people that are not sure exactly what happened. Okay, so I'll just give a brief information or a brief history about this place that Ooni went to, which is the Celestial City. So the Celestial City is in Imeko, is a holy city, and it's located in Imeko, Afon local government area of Ogun State, Nigeria, very close to the border with Benin. The Celestial City is also known as Jerusalem by the Celestial. So they see this place as a pilgrimage, a place where they can go visit every time. Particularly, they do this visit every year. This place, it was founded by the Colin Papa Samuel Oshofa in 1947. Okay, so this is like an annual event. Some call it a kind of annual convocation or annual conference. Some call it a kind of Christmas festival, but it is done annually on Christmas Day. It became a pilgrimage for at Christmas for thousands of people. Some people come from within West Africa or other parts of Africa, but people visit mostly also from the UK, London, name it, anywhere in the UK and also in the United States. The important part of this pilgrimage is the fact that people get anointed over there. They get anointed. Anointing can be done by the pastor or any other notable prophets. But people visit this place every year, which I believe that's the reason Oba ADEYEYE too has gone there. He was really happy to go. According to the information, he got there around 7 p.m. on Monday, which is the 24th. Yeah, it got to that area because it's not just a day, so it's like a couple of days that they do this program, but they know that on Christmas Day they have to be there as well. So it got there like on Monday 7 p.m. Which is like the 24th of December. Okay, so he was there with the company of Reverend Mother Esther Ajayi. Also, another evangelist was also there with him, called Dele Ogundikbe, also known as Genesis. Okay, so this was the event he went to before this opera happened. Few people have few things to say regarding him. They believe that some some people believe that it shouldn't be given the opportunity. Others believe that it could. They could give him the opportunity, but according to a few sources of information, the pastor, who the name is not really disclosed, but the name is also known as, they usually call him Pastor Ketu, believes that the information, he, because he's the pastor, and according to the constitution or the rules that they have in their doctrine, the pastor can make such decisions without consulting any member of the board or any member of the church. The people that share this information online, they believe that the knowledge rests upon the truth alone, but upon error also. So they believe that sharing the errors is to teach others the best way to do things, and if they fail to make known to the incoming generation, they might see this disrespect to God. That's the reason they share this information. So they believe that it's okay for them to share this information. They also, a body called the apex body of the Celestial Church, they are kind of worried that for the first time, the way this whole information was going on, they were not happy with it. They believe that it's not supposed to be something that people will be discussing online, that something has to be their church and it should be kept in the church as well. Okay, one of the prominent elders of the church, who wishes to remain anonymous, said that usually first lesson could actually be given to a special or notable personality that might have visited during any special occasion, either in mufti or otherwise. There's nothing sacrilegious about what happened at Imeko, he said. So he believes that it's no big deal that what the pastor has done by giving that privilege to Oba ADEYEYE. It shouldn't be a big deal, shouldn't cause any uproar. Some people have very bad taste of it. Someone said, where money, power reigns supreme, the truth is silent. Where money, power reign. So where money and power reign supreme, the truth is silent. I'm going to show that information. As this information goes to, you're going to see the picture of this person that said that is really interesting. That this person said, as long as I'm a member of this church, referring to the Celestial Church, my opinions, reactions or comments count, and I am not afraid to carry this out anywhere. It is so appalling to see the values of this great church, the Church of Christ, that we hold so dearly, to our heart, be dragged in the mud like this. It's an eyesore. So he said that. Another member of the church, which they call John Bada, says, what I believe is disturbing those in authority of the church is ignorance, okay, and lack of the fear of God and respect for the church and its ordinances. Largely, those who have no business with the leadership and administrations are now in control of our church. So in a nutshell, it's saying that maybe the pastor Ketu, maybe it's kind of referring to him that they don't know much about the church doctrines, and so hence that happened, although it wasn't coming directly, but what he was saying was kind of, an inferred statement that you can just guess that that's what he's talking about. Another person called Akutieri, it says it is wrong to have allowed Ooni read the lesson. A member of the church submitted this early, so the member of the church said that I sensed it, and I say it loud and clear that it is very wrong for the Celestial Apex Authority to have allowed Oba to officiate in the annual convocation at Imeko. So he said that he believed that it is wrong. And someone said with this fantastic quote, I call it, he said, since they thought it's foolish to acknowledge God, he abandoned them to their foolish thinking. And let them do things that should never be done. He was quoting Romans 1:28. This person said there is no justification for their action. This is quite interesting information out there, and you'll be wondering why there is an opera, although there are other people that have said quite other things. The Ccc Worldwide Church, they have issued out a public statement explaining to the entire members of the church worldwide their own opinion about the fact that the pastor was loud. The pastor allowed the Oba to deal with this. But before I read that, I wanted to read through something that I found as well. I don't know how far this is true. Maybe it's true, maybe it's false. It's not something that I know about. You can find out that if you're a member of the church. It says that the Celestial Constitution says, the Church Constitution section 108 or page 36, with the heading, the pastor put more light to the issue and gave a clear answer to this matter. It says the pastor has the ultimate spiritual head of the Celestial Church worldwide, shall be vested with sole, ultimate and unchallengeable authority on all matters affecting the church, be it planning, organizing, doctrine and standard, and the spread, and the spread of doctrine, education, legislation, or discipline. So, in a nutshell, the pastor has the right. And someone commented that the pastor of the church may be wrong in this decision, but since he's empowered by the Constitution to take such decision, member can call for review. So the members, if they don't agree to this, they can review, they can ask for a review, but so far what he has done is not wrong according to the Constitution. Now, is this Constitution right? It's not something that I kind of know anything about. I'm just kind of telling you exactly what I can see or what I can find out. I don't know more about the Constitution of the church. And the press release was that this is what the spiritual head of the church said. So let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. You can read through that, but it was quoting Romans 13:1-2. The attention of the pastor and spiritual head of Celestial Church of Christ Worldwide, Reverend Emmanuel Mobina Oshofa, the Board of Trustees of the Celestial Church of Christ Worldwide, and the pastor in council has been drawn to the controversy ignited by a derogatory publication in an online media platform concerning the presence of the role played by the Ooni of Ife Oba ENITAN OGUNWUSI Ogunwusi at the Christmas Eve service held at the Celestial Basilica Imeko during the recently concluded 2018 Celestial Convocation. It is quite disturbing to note that in the church pillared by the powerful Christian values of humility, love, respect for elders and those in position of authority, a new trend of rebellion, powered by lack of required knowledge, wisdom and understanding, has led many into making comments and contributions to the issues about which they are not properly tutored. The free access online to the online media too appears not to be helping matters in this regard. They said online publication condemned the presence of Ooni of Ife at the Christmas scenes while wearing his crown inside the church auditorium. The author further condemned the church authorities for giving the traditional ruler the grace to read the Bible lesson. The question here is that who gives grace? It is the Almighty One who does so through through those that the Lord has put in position of authority. Now, in a way, what they have issued there is that the information is usually just saying that they can give that power, they have the power. But I believe that I don't know much about the Oba, but I think that the kind of heart that he used in that particular gathering was just maybe too big. Maybe there's a particular heart that that is meant to use that is going to look a bit smaller, because I know that somehow, according to the tradition, I might be wrong, correct me, you cannot see the head of a king. So in that sense, he has to have something on his head, even though every other man in that place have to take something their head off. But I believe they have a smaller one that I could have used in that kind of gathering. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't really know much about it, but I remember vividly having seen an Oba growing up, and I know that when he goes to church, or he has like a smaller hat that he usually does use. So maybe that's what this the people that are condemning him for using a hat in the church, maybe that's what they're talking about. In terms of reading, for the few research and few things that I know, I believe that reading the first lesson in that gathering is not a big deal. There's no spiritual thing stopping him from doing so. As long as they've known him, or maybe he's visited, or he's a prominent member, they can give him that privilege to do it. So I don't know what you think. I don't know. I hope I've been able to explain a few things that's happening, because there are quite a few informations going, and some are not really explanatory enough. So if you like this video, if you like the information, feel free to like the video, and thank you for listening. Thank you.